What is going on, and welcome back to Kart 6T3. My name is Ben, if you didn't already know. If you didn't mind either beginning, end of the video, anything like that, if you didn't mind giving the video a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel if you like this content. We are going to talk about tire rollers, hot boxes, rotisseries, whatever you want to call them. I have two examples here. I have a KKP right in front of me, which is a hot box, aluminum hot box. More on the expensive variety, but a really, really good investment. And then I have my homemade tire roller that I'll show you how I even use heat on that later on after that. So I just wanted to give people an idea of what you're looking for, what you're gonna get if you purchase a tire roller or a hot box. And if you can't afford some of the more expensive stuff, what you can do to still be able to roll your tires internally, externally, whatever, and build one yourself. So I'm going to dive down into both of these versions, and then we'll come back up, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, see you. Okay, what is going on everywhere? We have dove down, as I refer to it, to take a peek at this hot box. This hot box is a KKP. I believe it was purchased from JC Specialties in Pennsylvania. So it's basically just an aluminum box. Over here you have your power control. This is for the heat bar. And I can show you that does turn on. And I'm going to do a YouTube short about how to program this, at least how I program it and how I set a temperature on it. I think that'll go over well. It's something you guys can reference if you just a quick video, let you know how I set this, how to set a temp, what it shut on, turn off, that stuff like that. So I'll go into that into further depth. But essentially, that turns on the roller, that turns on the heat bar. So inside this hot box here, this is what this looks like. So it's a whole lot of aluminum. So basically, you have two rollers, obviously tires, was set here. So this is just a free spinning roller here, and then the back roller is actually knurled. So it's got grip built into it. That's your driven. So the motor would come through the box and then drive that knurled, essentially a piece of conduit, but it's aluminum, I believe, and then bearings on both sides. Now, there is a prep pan that goes in the bottom of this. I prefer not to use that. I probably should have gotten out to show you guys, but I prefer not to use that. I don't like the idea of rolling tires in a bath of prep. I like the control aspect of doing wipes. So if you are using heat, say you're prepping a set of tires with the heat on, and that I prefer to take them out, give each tire a wipe, put it back in, and then let the heat do its job and set the prep into it. So the heat actually comes from this on this designed one. So this is a heat bar. This is essentially a dead short. So that controller not only turns on the motor, but it turns on the power, and this regulates how much temperature. So you can, do 80, 90 degrees up to 150 degrees or so on. I've never actually run it any more than 120. I don't see the need for getting things super duper hot unless you're growing a tire possibly. But that's really, up to you and what you would like to do. So it's a very well-built, very quality-made piece here. I've used it for 4 or 5 years at least. It's been with me up and down the East Coast, and I've used it at tracks. I've used it at home, and a very, very nice piece. So a nice investment. But if you don't have the type of money to purchase one of these, I can show you in the next video here what I built and I used for many, many years before I got this one. So give me a minute. I'll show you what my homemade roller looks like. Okay, guys, here it is in all of its glory. Now, you can pick on it all you want. You can say what you want. You can say, hey, man, couldn't you use better materials? But I can tell you what, I have literally rolled hundreds of tires inside and out throughout the years. I built this thing, I don't even know, probably 15 years ago. It really, and to this day, I can come over here and I can hit the switch and the thing still rolls. It works great. I don't know what to tell you. So the basic premise is here, get yourself a flat board or something. You know, you can do it in metal, however you see fit, but you're going to want to get some L brackets and screw those in. This is an old sign, I believe, was kicking around at my old house. So I cut that in half just to make end plates. I went down to Tractor Supply or Napa or somewhere, and I can't quite remember. If I can find any of this stuff, I'll try and tag it down below. But essentially, they're, you know, bore some holes. They're 3/4 inch bearings that I mounted to the plate. This is just conduit. Again, from Lowe's, anywhere else. And then also from Lowe's is this rotisserie motor. This is for your barbecue rotisserie. Super easy to find. And then on the driven side, so the connection, I can't quite remember how I did it, but essentially this is a 3/8 square. So I took a 3/8 socket, and then somehow through here, I think on this side, I drilled all the way through it, and I put a screw, if I'm not mistaken. That's how you get the drive to happen on this piece of conduit. And then some grip tape I found, again, I believe it was at Lowe's. You know, just a super duper simple build. And as I said, hundreds of tires. It does not take cubic dollars to do the job. It really doesn't. There's a kind of look at this side. Here's the bearings mounted. Okay, now heat bend. How did you heat? And this is it. 2 tires at a time. You could do 4 if you want, but everybody knows how hot these work. Like probably not the LED ones. You know, the things that are lighting my shop right now. They do not get hot, but these old halogen style, if they still have them, they get super hot. And then what I do is I clamp that board that I have those mounted to. I plug them in. And then I can do 2 tires at a time, or if I want to invest in 4 lights, I could do 4 tires at a time. It works just fine. I have grown and shrunken tires on this instead of using the KKP, which I have set down there. It does not take a lot in order to do this stuff, guys. It really does. Just a little engineering, a little thought process. Just take a peek at this video. You can do it inside a box. You can have the heating element be a hot gun. Some people like to mount those. They get a box and get a heat gun and mount it to the side, and that blows hot air into the box. There are so many ways to do this. You do not need to spend the money. You really don't. I did not need the KKP. Is it nice? Yes, it's nice. It's all compact. It's very well built. But to get the job done, this will get the job done. So I hope this helped you guys, give you some ideas, and I'll see you back up top. All right, later. Okay, welcome back up top. I hope you enjoyed that footage. I hope it came out well. I hope I got to explain to you that you don't need to spend a ton of money in order to get the job done. Again, I am from New York. I race in New York mostly New York, PA. Yes, I'm up north, but we have redneck engineering up here in New York. Don't you worry. Western New York is a far cry from what New York City is and everybody's perception of New York. So if you want to, come on up to New York and race and understand Western New York or middle part of New York. Where upstate New York has some great tracks and places you can use a tire roller. Get your tires good and soft for the soft tracks. Get some bite built into them. However you see fit. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you didn't mind, hit a like, a subscribe, share it if you want. Any of that stuff helps the channel out. I think, again, I'm going to continue to do these videos as long as I can. I also wanted to throw it out to you. If anybody has any idea for videos, anything that you want to know about that you think maybe I could at least touch on a little bit. I'm no professional, just a guy in his barn making some videos on YouTube. But if I can help anybody out, if you have some questions, a video idea, put it down in the comments. Feel free to shoot me an email. I'll put my email down below, and you can shoot me an email anytime, and maybe I'll make a video about it. So there you go. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.